Erev Tov Chavrim, I'm Stephen Ben-Nun. You're watching Israeli News Live. Got some very sad breaking news coming out of the United States, and I really don't know what to make of it as of right now. And we're going to be going to other news as well here in just a moment here. But of course, this news is breaking all over the world right now. A shooting at the Fort Lauderdale airport that has taken place this evening. According to RT and other news reports, the BBC, Fox News, etc., they are all saying that as of right now, the reports are conflicting as far as 3 to 5 people have been killed. There is also conflicting reports that is either a lone gunman that has already been apprehended or multiple gunmen. But there is different photographs of people being shot there. It was supposedly a military guy, former military guy, that shot these people. In one report here, in this particular image here in the baggage claim department, there are 2 people that are already shot dead, laying on the ground. Both of them, or at least one of them, appears to be a headshot in the process. Very kind of odd, though, to me. The way the setup is right now, from what I am seeing, the only people that you see panicking and crying are the people over their loved ones there. I don't know what to make of it. I'm sure that many people are probably going to think that this is a staged event, but I have no idea myself. One thing that I do find that was very odd and unusual about this particular shooting event that is going on, that is still unfolding. We were actually on the radio program when the story broke. I actually saw it as I was going on with Bonnie on Flashpoint on Hebrew Nation Radio there when I saw this story breaking. So we spoke about it there. Of course, it'd already be 2 days old when that airs on Sunday in the United States on the radio there. But what really troubled me, though, was Paul Begley was reporting this live on YouTube. And I just happened to catch him after the broadcast. He's on Periscope, and he was claiming that what happened in where he was at, that pretty much everybody that was carrying this event live were shut down suddenly. In fact, when I was listening to Brother Begley there on Periscope there, he actually said that his internet, everything went down on him. He couldn't get back online or anything. And him and Heidi were following 2 different people that were claiming to be at the airport, including one person that claimed to be an employee of the airport, that were stating they were there and they were shut down while they were feeding live from the airport of what was going on. Now that just really sends a lot of questions. In fact, one person that Paul and Heidi were listening to there was stating that not only was there a gunman loose in the airport, but he saw multiple Russians running by. Now, really and truly, I want to know myself, how do you know they're Russians to begin with? It's concerning to me that they were shutting down independent media that was running this program live and what they were seeing, and yet the only ones that are being allowed to run their broadcast pretty much live unhindered is mainstream media, including both Russian, American, and European media. Is there going to be something that's a cover-up on this? Are they afraid that someone might get something out with as many people that were in the airport? They were able to do this either on Periscope or live stream or whatever, but they were showing things that maybe they did not want anybody to know about. I'm very concerned, and one of my main reasons that I'm concerned about what is going on here is because Obama only has a couple of weeks left in office. Could this be another staged event? In order to be able to do something to stop President-elect Donald Trump from taking office. I don't know. I'm not going to come to any conclusions on this. As far as I can tell, it does seem that this is a very serious situation of people being shot there and killed, but what is really going on is beyond me. This is a video that was tweeted out, and let me just let you see this here. It's tweeted out here on Twitter, on RT's news, but it was a Twitter video, and just so you can get a little feel of what's going on here in this video here. I've got so many people making comments, it's hard to get the thing started. So bear with me just 1 second. The comments are coming up faster than I can play it. Actually, it looks like 3 people are there, shot there. Again, though, I don't know what to make of this. I do see 3 people on the floor there. In one area there, it is a huge pool of blood in behind on this victim here. But you know, guys, I honestly and truly, I do not know what to make of this situation. Is this real? I think that this person here makes a statement that there's shell casings all around. I don't know. I just don't know. Very, very sad situation indeed, especially if this is what it appears to be, a real event there. We will be praying for those that have lost their loved ones in this attack here. No doubt the state of Florida reeling from such an attack. And of course, here again, the title here says multiple shooters reported at Fort Lauderdale Airport. So I'm still not sure of what's really going on, trying to get a grip of what's happening with this situation. Anyway, guys, also let me take you over here to another issue that's going on that I wanted to share with you here on Already Happened on his Twitter account here. He was sharing another movement of 4,000 U.S. troops to Europe. Soldiers will be deployed there in the coming days. That also, by the way, those of you who may remember, we reported on all the vehicles, all the tanks and different things that have been shipped to Europe here in January. In fact, he Already Happened also notes that as well. 4,000 soldiers and 2,000 vehicles are going from the U.S. to Europe. And this was one of the ships here that began loading. They just loaded this a few minutes ago. Began unloading U.S. tanks and self-propelled howitzers and hundreds of other vehicles in the northern German port of Bremerhaven. And the thing is all this equipment is painted in the desert colored scheme, going to a snowy area and green forest and things of that nature there. Why is so much equipment landing in Europe right now? What's going on? Is Obama looking to do something to provoke a war before Donald Trump can even get into office? We already see this major issue going to be happening in Paris, France with the United Nations meeting, 70 nations there. I can only imagine it's going to be a madhouse there. And then we have this here. Recent satellite imagery shows a 9K 720 Iskander short-range ballistic missile system deployed at Lakia Air Base in Syria by the Russians there. That's what he's showing you there on his screen right there. We just got some very serious things happening there. Michael Diaz, another good independent journalist there that has some very interesting things on his Twitter page a lot of times as well. He's showing the major Chinese military equipment introduced to 2016, the first, the J-20 jets, second, Y-20 transport aircraft. Also, they're doing military drills. The Chinese are doing a lot of military drills up there in the northwest part of China. More than 30 ceasefire violations occurred, by the way, on the contact line in Nagorno-Karabakh last night, including with grenade launchers in the north there. It's just, you're really getting serious, friends. Very serious, the things that are happening. And I'm just watching it closely to see what President Obama is planning on doing here this last few days here in office. I don't know what to expect, what to think. And of course, Trump, another article just now broke since we've been here on the news here. Meeting with Intel officials, constructive. Hacking had absolute no effect on the elections is what Trump is saying after he met with the officials. But nonetheless, Obama is planning on doing one last effort to send a payback message to Russia before he leaves office there. So Very serious things happening all over the world, news breaking everywhere. It seems like there's never hardly any good news whatsoever. You know, one thing I might encourage you though, things like that get you down and get you all depressed and everything. Go out to nature somewhere and enjoy the nature. That even though all the evil is happening in the world today, at least they can show us that there is some peace and serenity somewhere in the world. I'm going to be doing a little bit more broadcasts this weekend. I want to be sharing with you those, especially on the Shabbat here. I'm going to be doing a very special message about what I feel like may be really coming to this earth here in the very near future, and what you can do to prepare yourself for the evils of Satan and the entities that he has in the making for this earth, and how we can overcome that. I'm Stephen Ben-Nun. You're watching Israeli News Live. Here I talk.